Okay, today we are going to discuss about AWS S3. Okay, see here is S3, which is in storage section. S3 stands for simple storage service, which is a object-based storage. That means it's like your Google Drive or Dropbox. It only saves files, nothing else. It only saves files. You can upload and download files, and it supports API calls, but you cannot install any operating system or any software or any create any file system on S3. Okay, this is the main difference between Elastic Block Storage and S3. In block storage, you can format the storage, you can create file system, and you can install operating systems or applications. Where in S3 you cannot install anything. Okay, right. Okay, here the basic container of data is a bucket. Okay, here we have two buckets, and I'm creating one more bucket now. See here. Now, see here there are three options. One is bucket name, region, copy settings from existing bucket. So enter DNS compliant name. Bucket name would be in small letter, and the name should be unique. Okay. See, for example, if I give capitals, so what is it saying? Bucket name must not contain uppercase characters. Bucket name must start with lower or numbers. You cannot give any uppercase. Bucket name should be in lowercase, and you can use, if you want, you can use hyphens like that, underscores, etc. So here the bucket name should be universally, globally unique. That means if I use online DevOps bucket here, nobody else can use it anywhere. Okay. So if you have one account, and in your account, if you want to create the same name, you cannot create it because this doesn't allow that. So this name should be globally unique, like your email address. Okay. So the region where you want to host, as I said, these are the AWS regions. AWS regions are physical geographic locations of the AWS data centers. Each region has multiple availability zones. Okay, so these are the regions we have. So I want to host this in, for example, Mumbai region. And this option is, we have so many settings in for S3 bucket. So if you want to copy settings from already existing bucket, you can copy it by selecting the buckets. So here I have two buckets, but I don't want to select any settings from that. So I'm hitting next. So here you have versioning, logging, tags. I'll explain one by one how it works, and user management, who is the owner of this one, and group permissions, etc. So we don't want to select anything now, and we'll check those things in detail later. Okay, this is the review page which you want, and let us create a bucket. So now I have my DevOps bucket. So this is my bucket, and let us check how I can upload and download images. For example, add files. Um, Pictures. I don't have files. Uh, okay. I'll, yeah, this is my logo. Okay, I'll upload this. Okay. I can give permissions here to this file to which user I want to, add the permission and all. But I'm not doing any permission now. I'm simply uploading. We will check what is the life cycle, etc. and later. Okay. So my file got uploaded. Okay. See, these are the details of my file, my logo. Okay. And this is the owner, and last activity happened, that was upload, and this is tag, and storage class is standard. I'll explain you what is standard, what is IA, and what is Glacier. And this is server side encryption now. If you want, you can save the file in encrypted format, and this is the size of the file. Okay, it is almost, oh, what is the size? Let me check the size once. Yeah, it is 111 KB. It shows in KBs, okay, 111 KB. So this is the URL. Let us try how it works. So this is not working. I'm not able to access this image because it says access denied. I need to allow the access. So here you have so many options. One is open. Okay, actually it is already open now. So one is download. If you want to download, you can download it. Download as, that means you can save the format you want to do that. See here you have make public option. So now it is public. Let us try this. Now I got my image. So make public means if you want to if you want this image accessible through internet, you can make it public or copy the path. It copies it copies the clipboard to path. So this is the path. If you have any folder like this in your container folder, and inside you have this image, it will give you the complete path. You got my point? If you make it public, it will be accessible. Otherwise, you will get access denied. Or you can do some more stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you storage classes in detail. And these are the permission to which you want to give. Okay. Yeah, if you want to add user, for example, I have user ID Redbird. What level of access I want to give? Read or write? Object access and permissions, read or write. So as per that, I can save my user account here where it is added. Let me add it again and show. Right properties. Okay, somehow it is not showing up, but this is where you have to add user accounts. Okay, and if you want to allow everyone access, you can give it here. If any authenticated user, that means any user of this IAM account. I mean, you create users in IAM, right? So any authenticated user can access. So you can give the permissions accordingly, read or write permissions. Okay, so let us go back to our bucket and check the more options, what we can do. Okay, So this is my bucket and I have one file. And if you go here, let us check what is versioning. Versioning is nothing but every change of your S3 bucket will be saved as a separate version. If you enable this, every change will be saved as a version, and then you can retrieve from that particular version. Okay. Let me upload one more file and we'll check. So for example, I'm adding one more file and uploading it. Okay. Check. So actually UI got changed. There must be some option to retrieve from this version. Okay, I'll check and let me know. So versioning is used for it saves every change in separate version. So something fails or if you delete something from the S3 bucket, then you can retrieve from the previous version of best working state. Okay, for now I'm disabling it because it costs for me. And logging. Logging is nothing but it collects every event of S3 bucket, and it creates just it creates a log file and it saves that log file to this particular bucket. Let me create one folder, logs. I'm saving this. So here I'll give logs. So logs is enabled. So if I do any activity, logs will be created here. So for example, I download this image. Okay. So if I check here, actually it takes some time. Every activity will be logged here. Okay. If I check after some time, it will be created. Log files. So now, oh, sorry, it is disabled. I enabled for this bucket, right? No, but why is it showing as disabled? Yeah, it's enabled. Normally it takes a few minutes of time. So every event is captured there so that uh, you can check the logs, and sometimes people do that. They will get the information from the logs output and they use those certain kind of events for other um, processes. Okay, static website hosting. Okay, I'll tell you what is static website hosting. You can um, host your website in S3 itself. Okay, this some longer process. Once it is done, I'll tell you how it works. Okay, and tagging. Tagging is nothing but you can simply tag name and, for example, client. Client name is like me Anko. So this is a client name. Likewise, you can tag it. Sorry, something like that. So you can understand which client it is, for which client this S3 bucket is being used, and what is the purpose. And in IAM roles and conditions, you can also create tag-based policies. That means if client name is Miko like this, so these people can access for that. This group of people can access to that particular S3 bucket. Likewise, you can do that. And cross-region replication is nothing but we have selected only one region, which is Mumbai. So we can also select this option. See here, it depends on versioning. I disabled versioning, right? Unless I enable versioning, I cannot access this. Okay, this is just an option. Please do understand. Okay, and transfer acceleration is to speed up the upload and download process. That will normally take some time to upload or download, right? So to enable faster data, you can enable this option. And events, you can add notification to events. For example, uh, these are the methods. These are the methods that work through API calls, which is put. Put is nothing but uploading, and get is nothing but downloading and posting. Sorry, post is upload, and copying, complete, delete, everything. All these are methods. You can specify that these are the events, and if such event happens, for example, if delete event happen, I create delete event happen in particular location. So I don't give anything, that is the root folder. If I have anything and like this, I have any folder and inside I have files, and if any delete happens, then I will get notified through SNS topics. SNS topics, queues, lambda, function, anything. So you can specify these options here. See, the main purpose is if something is deleted, I want to get notified, or I want to give it to my application. So once it is deleted, my application will respond, or I will respond. Okay. So these are the options you can do in S3. Okay. Requester page. This is something like you upload files. You upload files. If anybody wants to download, he can request you to pay. So, for example, you have S3 bucket and you have some stock of photographs. Okay. If I want to download any photograph from your bucket, so I have to pay you and then download it. So for that purpose, you can enable this, and you have to give some other information as well for payment. So then it will be enabled. Okay. So I'm just disabling this. Okay. These are the options. And in permission sections, these are as usual. Now you see that, right? So you can add users and set permissions as per the users. Bucket policy and core configuration, I'll tell you what it is. And in management section, you can create life cycle management, which is very important. Okay. So what is life cycle? Every bucket has a life cycle policy. That means if you upload some content onto S3 bucket, we define that which policy, how long that file should be there, and what should happen to that file in order to archive it, because S3 bucket costs you as per data stored inside S3 bucket. So the more data you store, the more you have to pay. So there are other options in AWS. If you see here in storage section, you have Glacier. Glacier is very cheaper storage service in AWS. Okay, if you compare this, EBS elastic block storage costs you more, and S3 is cheaper than elastic block storage, and Glacier is the cheapest one. Okay, so for example, I have 1 lakh files in my S3 bucket. EBS is very in AWS. S3 is cheaper than EBS volume. EBS Glacier is the cheapest one among these. So if you don't want to use few data, you can storage management rule for the test required infrequent access to and we can keep the images. Is May 11th. Okay. It will be in my standard. Okay. Infrequent access. Means today is 11th, so day 6 will be moved to 11th 2018. It will expire. Telling that you can check in this cycle management. So actions on this version. How what should it happen to console? So if you have enabled, okay. So actions for some upload fails in the middle of uploading uploaded properly, then you can also set the root from completely uploaded, then those fail, and I can review this. Life cycle, and I'm creating the life cycle. Okay. Here you can see one rule is getting also give the prefix, that is also work. So you have to mention that. You have see you can have switch to new console and old this console UI. That is why it is a little check the life cycle management now. Manage created yeah life cycle transaction frequent access and transaction days here. Okay. thing which is that means how do you host a website in what kind of website do you host? It's server-side technologies. That means you don't need server-side scripting. CSS, not basic HTML. You can so what I'll do is I have already created one bucket which so what I'll do is website web some website the website and then I have CSS font JavaScript files inside. So index.html in any website if you are using any PHP kind of thing. So okay, this is okay. This is my website. I want to host this web. You see here, I'm browsing it from my file. Upload all my files. Upload all my files. Drag and drop option is also will work. Many cases you cannot upload folders that you can drag and drop. And I'm uploading. Let me check once again. It took some time. That's it. So you see S3 bucket. You see them as well. Okay, this name as well. If you have any route 53, you can add it to route 53 domain name. I'll show you. I'm not going to post it for my friend. dcpkills.com. Okay, in route 53, we will have basic understanding. I'm showing it to you now. Route 53. The domain name. This is my inside that when I create